Hey there heroes, I'm Jake the Ashen Hollow and I hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic. In this, the story so far, we'll be going over the events of Rage to get you all caught up on what's happened before you play Rage 2. When Rage first came out, it was applauded for its beautiful visuals and fun gameplay, but it was often criticized for its lack of story. The main campaign averages an 11-hour playtime, but a lot of that is doing favors for different people that don't really progress the story. So, don't be surprised if this video is shorter than you expected. But trust me, short can be great too. It's the main reason my wife says not to be jealous of her ex-boyfriend. Wait. Our story begins in December of 2029. A giant asteroid is on a collision course with the Earth, and in order to stave off their potential extinction, humanity launches the Eden Project in secret, where numerous cryo shelters known as arcs were created, and volunteers were put into these arcs and injected with nanotrites, which are tiny molecular robots capable of enhancing or suppressing a wide range of biological functions. They were then sealed underground in order to survive the asteroid's damage and programmed to later resurface to bring humanity back from the brink. Our protagonist of this story is Nicholas Rain, an ARC volunteer who wakes up in his resurfaced ARC while the alarms are going off. He quickly realizes he's the lone survivor, and he confusedly makes his way outside to see the apocalyptic wasteland the Earth has become for the first time. He's immediately attacked by a pair of bandits, but his luck would pan out as a local settler, Dan Hagar, guns them down and offers Nicholas further help. As they ride to Dan's settlement, he tells Nicholas that it's been 106 years since the asteroid hit the Earth, and that the ARC survivors are a rare breed and worth a lot of money to a group called the Authority, an authoritarian group with an agenda to shape the wasteland to their leader's will. But Dan isn't going to hand Nicholas over. Instead, he asks for his help solving a few of their settlement's problems, since he is an ARC survivor and loaded with nanotrites. After helping around the settlement for a while, Dan tells Nicholas that he should head to the next town over, Wellspring, that the Authority will likely have heard about an ARC survivor by now and that they'll be looking for him. So Nicholas heads to Wellspring, where he helps out both the mayor and sheriff in various ways, making him a welcome citizen of the town, and it will also buy off their silence if the Authority come looking. While helping Wellspring with the bandit problem, Nicholas meets a scientist named Kvasir. Kvasir tells Nicholas about how he's from the old world and couldn't belong in the new world the Authority has forged, and that's why they're looking for him. He also tells Nicholas about a group he helps out called the Resistance, which is dedicated to ending the Authority and freeing the wasteland, so to speak. Kvasir puts Nicholas in contact with Elizabeth in Wellspring, who is a part of the Resistance. Upon meeting her, she tells him that the Resistance has had their eye on him for some time, and that they could use his help. She says that the Resistance's captain, Captain Marshall, has been imprisoned by the Authority and she needs a man of his skill to break him out. Nicholas agrees to help and sets off for the Authority prison. After fighting his way through Authority forces, Nicholas frees Captain Marshall and they escape together back to Wellspring. Captain Marshall thanks Nicholas and tells him that the Authority will be certain of his identity now and that he'll be hunted even further, so whether he likes it or not, welcome to the Resistance. The captain goes on to say that each ARC survivor has an assigned ID microdrive that contains crucial ARC program information, and thinks that Nicholas's ID drive is still in the ARC, and that he'll want to go retrieve it before the Authority does, because the information provided could be what sways the war in their favor. So Nicholas heads back to his ARC to retrieve the ID drive. When he returns to Captain Marshall and Elizabeth, the captain tells him that before he was captured, he was heading to the old Authority research facility in Dead City. He said he was looking for some kind of proof of what the Authority was doing to mutants, that he heard reports that the Authority had reprogrammed nanotrites to use to control mutants, turning them into something worse than they were before, a way to weaponize them to tighten their control over the wasteland. Captain Marshall says he doesn't know how far the Authority got with the research before the facility and entire city was overrun by the mutants, but if Nicholas can make his way there and recover that data, they could use it to show the people of the wasteland the true nature of the Authority. Nicholas fights his way through the mutant-infested Dead City and retrieves the data the captain asked for and returns it to Wellspring. Upon arriving, Captain Marshall says it's time for them to leave and head to their main base underneath a city called Subway Town. On the way there, Captain Marshall reveals that he is an ARC survivor as well, and that the Authority leader, General Martin Cross, and his people ambushed a special ARC on the day that the asteroid hit the Earth. General Cross and his men hijacked a super ARC and sabotaged it so that they would wake up early so they could establish a foothold on controlling the wasteland. After arriving in Subway Town, Nicholas of course has to help out with the locals and some of their problems and earn the trust of their mayor, Redstone, so that he'll keep his eye turned away from their resistance activity. A man with the Resistance named Lassard tells Nicholas that in order to read his ID drive, he'll need an additional decryptor, which is of course up to Nicholas to go and retrieve. Once he does and the ID drive is open, it shows the location of every other ARC still buried beneath the Earth. Captain Marshall says that the Resistance can use this information to resurrect the future of humanity once again, to get to those Arks before the Authority does and build a Resistance army full of powerful Ark survivors. The captain tells Nicholas it's time for them to assault Authority within their main base, Capital Prime, because within Capital Prime is the Ark control system, and they can use the information from Nicholas's drive to raise the rest of the Arks. After fighting through Authority forces and nanotrite-controlled mutants alike, Nicholas is able to upload the data to the Ark control system. We see a satellite orbiting the Earth receive the information and begin pinging all of the buried Arks. The screen slowly cuts to black as we see several Arks emerge from beneath the Earth. Cue what appears to be a much more promising and in-depth storyline in Rage 2, which will hopefully fill in a lot of what the first game missed. Either way, thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, I hope that you will. Also consider following me on Twitter to stay up to date with all the bullshit I'm doing, and if you ever wanted to support this channel even further, check out my Patreon page for how to do so. Thanks again, everyone. Peace out!